Once you really hone in on your energy, you can create what is called time magic. In this video, I'm going to teach you step by step how you can create time magic and have abundance of time to do every single thing that you want to do on your to-do list every day. And what a beautiful day to film this video, because today is when the clocks go back with daylight savings time and we get 1 hour back in our day. This is the perfect example of understanding that time is actually not real. It is about our energy. The more we master our energy, the more time you're going to have. It is just a fabulous concept and I cannot wait to share it with you. This video is going to be divided into chapters. We're going to start with understanding your why. Then we are going to move on to what energizes you, your energizers, then your drainers, and lastly, how do we actually do time magic. The timestamps are going to be linked in the description so you can move forward and click ahead to the chapter that you would like to watch. So let's get right into the video. One of the most popular questions that I receive on Instagram and in my daily life is, Surbi, how are you able to do every single thing? How are you able to go to a 9-to-5 job, film YouTube videos, post content on Instagram, run a coaching business, and now start a pageant? This is so many things. How are you creating this time? And I always tell every single person that, it just happens. I'm in a flow state. I'm able to create because I love creating. And this brings me back to chapter number 1, which is start with why. Why do you want all this time that you're asking for? What is your why? What are your values? What drives you? And this is very important. One of my biggest values, the reason why I know I'm alive, is because I need to create. I need to create value for people. This video is all about creating value for people, for the one who is watching this video, so that they can better their lives. I'm here as a channel, as a means from God, so that I can use my gifts, my talents to create value. Either it's in my day job, or it is on my Instagram when I'm posting content, or on YouTube, or I'm creating my digital products, or with the pageant that I'm creating value for every single person who comes into my world. And that is my why. What is your why? When you are crystal clear of what your why is, you will create time magic. You will create all of this flow state energy because you're clear on why you're doing what you're doing. So first, I really invite you to grab a notebook, a pen, and state what is my why? Why am I doing what I'm doing? And the more clear you are, the more we will be able to understand your energizers, your drainers, and move forward by creating time magic. Once you are crystal clear about what your why is, I invite you to think about what are the people, circumstances, things, activities that fuel you with energy. These are going to be your energizers, which brings me to chapter 2 of the video, energizers. Identify your energizers throughout the day, and your body is going to be an extreme signal of how to find those energizers. So let's say I'm filming this YouTube video, but this is something that truly gives me energy so that I can move on with other tasks of my day. I love making YouTube videos. I love filming content. And this is something that gives me energy instead of taking energy from me. Same way going to the gym. Going to the gym fuels me with energy. Eating a really healthy breakfast fuels me with energy. Getting a nice latte fuels me with energy. So what are the things that truly fuel you with energy? These are going to be your energizers. So I really invite you, grab a journal, grab a pen, sit down and note down all the things that are your energizers. Anything. For me, dressing up is truly giving me energy. I love getting ready in the morning. So it could be as simple as getting dressed It could be as simple as taking a hot shower. Maybe that is something that's giving you energy. What are the things that give you energy? These are going to be your energizers. And energizers are extremely important because I invite you to think of managing your time like managing your energy, because we are really not managing time, we are managing energy here. So the more you get used to the concept of managing your energy, the more time you will have. So really sit yourself down and think about what are your energizers. Now let's talk about drainers. So the more drainers that we have in our day, the more we would have stress, exhaustion, and the less energy we will have. So I see with a lot of my friends, a lot of people that I know, what will happen is that they will go to their day job, they will come back so exhausted that they have no energy left to create. They have no energy left to show up for themselves, go to the gym. There's no energy, there's no life force. So it is because you are taking on so many tasks during that 9-hour shift that drain you, and then there's no energy left. So there, I know that no job is perfect and there's always going to be things that you may not like or drain your energy. But what I want you to do, if there is a task that's draining your energy in your day job, if your day job is exhausting, really put energizers during your day so that you are fueling up your energy throughout the day. And when the day is ended, you still have energy. You still have energy to show up for yourself. So how you're going to do is you may still have drainers. You may have identified them by listening to your body, how you feel after doing a task. That is the evidence your body is giving you that you are drained. These are drainers. So whenever you come across a drainer, I invite you to sit yourself down and have an energizer. Maybe that is going for a walk, maybe that is having a latte, maybe it's lunch, whatever it is, that is your energizer, which we discussed in the previous chapter. You're going to fuel those energizers throughout the day so that you have energy. That means you have time at the end of the day to keep going, to keep showing up. So this is really mastering your energy like a CEO so that you have quantum time in your life. And this is key to creating time magic. So I hope that you are able to identify your drainers and your energizers, because the next chapter is going to be crucial. It's about putting it all together and creating time magic. So let's hop right into it. So now we are going to be talking about creating time magic in your schedule. How do we do this? And this is a trick that I learned from my business coach, and I just added like my own magic to it. So the way we do this is we sit ourselves down again and we really understand how many hours do we have in a week. For me personally, and for you, we have 7 into 24 hours. That means we have 168 hours. How do we now capitalize on these hours? So maybe you are going to work, you have a 40-hour work week. Let's say you have a 40-hour work week, and then you have maybe commuting and all of that, and you take 1 hour to commute and you work 5 days a week. That means 45 hours. So you have 168 minus 45 hours left. That means you have 123 hours left. Out of the 123 hours, you are probably sleeping as well. So you're sleeping, let's say you are sleeping 7 sevens, you're sleeping 7 hours every single day. So let's say you are sleeping 49 hours. So you have 123 minus 49 hours left to work on your creative hobbies or your businesses. And let's say now you also work out on top of that. Let's say you work out 6 hours, so 49 plus 6 is 55, and we will subtract everything from 123 to get the result. 123 minus 55 is going to be 67. And let's say you are cooking and all of that, 1 hour per day, then 60 hours. And of course, there might be other miscellaneous activities like getting ready, all of those things. So let's say 50 to be generous, So 50 hours you would have left to work on your business, on your side projects, on things that really spark joy. But the way I view these 50 hours is actually very differently, because I am putting so much energizers in my day that those 50 hours really truly become 100 for me because of those energizers. So for me, the hours are not really just logical or linear. For me, they are quantum. So really understanding and mastering your energizers are going to give you way more time coins, as we may call it, and that will feel like time magic. So I really invite you to sit yourself down, do all the energizers, trainers, and also lastly the time magic exercise to understand how much time in hours you actually have, because that's going to seem so much more given that you mastered your energy, you mastered your energizers. And I'm so, excited for you to do this exercise, to truly find yourself a little bit and then go and implement it in your schedule. So do it for 7 days. Come back to this video and comment down below how your week went. Did you create time magic? How did it go? Because I would love to know your feedback and I would love to know what worked for you. Thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you next week. I love you. Bye.